out. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you to Loisaida for hosting us. It is a beautiful Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of the month, and I'm so happy to have you guys here with us today. As you guys in the house know, and maybe you guys online do not know yet, we will only be live streaming the feature, so if you wanted any of the open mic, you should have been here. Okay? Cool. I'm gonna do a quick piece to open up for our feature, make the space a little warm for her, and then I will introduce her. Cool? When Cardi B says she's a gangster in a dress, she means every time a brown girl is born in the Bronx, the concrete of our jungle turns them into a beast, both beautiful and... Now, should the beast dream beyond the stripper pole, the hood will say it is deluded by hunger, but to honor the hunger of the beast is both an ode to Apple and Eve. She means, girl, you better eat. She means, when they offer you the welfare line, recognize that bag ain't big enough. She means big apple dreams. She means the dog did come first, but a bad bitch came after to keep her foot on their necks with a 16 harder than any erection she's ever inspired. She's inspired a movement. She means dream, brown girl, dream. Don't be ashamed when they call you a beast, brown girl, feast. Bloody shoes on your feet, brown girl, boss from the Bronx. She means I'm as good as it gets. Dead ass. All right, cool. Look at that. We've got a packed house, and we should, because our feature is the amazing, the one and only Jasmine Gonzalez. Jasmine is a New York City-based poet whose work examines mental health, identity, and personal empowerment through vivid, emotionally grounded verses. She's earned her Bachelor's of Arts in English Literature with her highest honors from Lehman College, where she discovered that poetry offered a powerful way to reclaim control over the turbulent aspects of her mental health. Her work has appeared in Obscura Literacy Magazine, La Libreta Online Journal, Spanglish Voice Literacy Platform, The Broken Teacup Online Journal, oh girl, you're everywhere, and for the Wow Sound Writing Festival. Jasmine has performed off-Broadway at the Triad Theater with Mike Tastix. I think Leah is in the building. Give it up for Mike Taskix. At the Park Lounge, the Bowery Poetry Club, and numerous venues across the New York City area. She has also been featured on the podcast Uncorking Your Story and on BronxNet's TV's Open Friday with Valentina in the Artist Spotlight segment. Her debut poetry book, Petals of Red Dahlia, my bad, was published in 2023. And also, I just want to add this, Jasmine has the kindest smile and the warmest hug. She is so sweet. I used to have her at the merch table, but it is going to be such an amazing experience to get you on this mic. Everybody, please give it up for Jasmine Gonzalez!
How y'all doing? For transparency, the shades of her nerves, I have anxiety. I can't help that. That's just me, being real with y'all. The first piece is called Don't Drop the Pen. Dropping this pen is like locking my casket. I'll choke on a misplaced period instead of gagging up the comma that would have continued my story. My limbs will bloat, filling with unwritten words that couldn't escape. And the foul stench of a half-lived life will disappear into the air. Demons will try and push their way out, leaving an array of colors on my once succulent skin. Once they fail, they'll slowly suck out the hyperbole, metaphors, and allegories that were meant to be their exorcisms. They'll laugh and swallow till there ain't shit left but bones. which they'll use to pick my lifeline from their teeth. And this is why I'd rather be cremated, with my body welcoming the flames and my demons trapped, choking on endless line breaks and disappearing through the smoke. Then you can scatter me in the ocean. Unspoken words will leave my ashes and tell stories within the waves. But please, never let me stop writing, because you might just save my life. Thank you. I need to read now, so. This piece is in my book, A Woman's Struggle, Petals of the Red Dahlia. I looked through it recently. I'm like, this could be angrier. So I chose to make it a little angrier. Feminine rage is the big theme for tonight. Doctors whisper to each other, "We don't know what's wrong with her. A woman's body is a mystery that'll have her shaking hands with the Reaper before she's lived a quarter of her life. Instead of being heard, she receives injections of hormones, empty promises, and laws, being regulated while she bleeds through her life's milestones. My story, just one of the many. Laying on a hospital bed in a bustling ER hallway while bag after bag of A positive is pumped into my veins to bring back the color drained from every limb. Arms poked and prodded with more questions than answers by medical students living out their wildest dreams. Every puncture pours knowledge into an eager mind. The only cost to me is my privacy. So I just ride the river of blood to death's door, which would open if I just knock. But I'm glued to a front row seat to my world crumbling under the betrayal of a vessel that should symbolize life. I scream about not wanting kids, but respecting my choice to not trust a body that I haven't trusted since puberty is too far-fetched, including for everyone, including doctors, to understand. They always say, you'll change your mind. What if you meet someone? And let's not forget, you don't want to give your parents grandkids? Every question and unwanted opinion is shot into my reproductive system, trying to blast holes in my defenses, while my heart is using every drop of energy to pump and circulate the little blood I have left to keep me breathing for another day. So no, I will not sit here and argue my choices with you. So-called lovers are the worst of the bunch. Their entitlement to my every orifice blinds them from considering my physical hell, because all that matters is getting their piece of heaven. Their refusal is accompanied with confusion. So I have to drop the metaphors and speak plainly. No, I will not cave to your needs. And yes, the fight for my life is more important than you getting your dick wet. Clicking a mouse, opening a book, or asking a question does not require the use of the organ between your legs. Do they know how to use the one in their head if they're not passing a law, spinning an empty promise, or inventing a new hormone? Ask me when I'll stop yelling, maybe when y'all start fucking listening. Thank you. This next piece, trigger warning, abuse, called Ring the Alarm. Letting go is difficult, especially when you fail to notice that the one you love with every fiber of your being is holding on like that'll later gut you. I stared into the flame from the gaslight on your table. My eyes adjusted to the convincing but distorted view. You held my wrists tightly in place like shackles, keeping my gaze in the one light to make sure I didn't see the other dozen, making the single one burn brighter. But each light brought a warmth to the room, so I didn't even hear the alarms go off till the entire room was on fire. and I stopped being blind to painfully obvious truths. The words from the sweetest lips that I found blissfully comforting spewed venom in my once naive heart. Your huge hands gripping my neck left imprints of your fingers showing your control of my breath. Those same fingers, leaving dark and distinct bruises, decorating my pale arms and destroying every boundary. Lying and cheating, you claimed were accidents, made my trust as fragile as the mirror that showed a reflection I no longer knew. Forcing your way into my fragile body, I was nothing more than a vessel for new life. But you did nothing but make my stomach turn from utter disgust. It's a shame you can't tell from the outside the meat inside is poison. It took me far too long to see what everyone already knew. The issue wasn't always me. The problem was often you. Thank you. This next piece is witchy shit. Learned from a man, recovered from that, healed from that, and just turned it into writing my life. It saved my life in more ways than one. Dark little artist. My heart wouldn't let my lips spit venom towards you. The hold you had on me was unhealthy. I was your soft spot to land, but there was no cushion for me when my body was pinned to the concrete. Crushed under your backhanded compliments and by the inconsistency of your presence. Internally screamed, help me, but when trying to escape my throat, the plea became, help yourself to the pieces of me. Gave you my heart, soul, and body until I was empty. Handed you the world. You had the nerve to say, I never asked you for this. Truth is, I would have chewed glass to see you smile. But I'd give you a straw with an end as sharp as a knife, let you stick it in my chest, and let you suck out every drop of validation and affection to fill your belly. That wasn't shit, but the shell of who I was. With a shell. But that's okay, because you were full, right? Then I found a pen. The ink flowed out, and I felt a release. The blank pages learned how the dark arts were my forte. My fingers moved across the page as I read the spell that promised to heal me. I raised my voice to match the sound of thunder, and the world began to listen. I threw my head back, a scream escaped my throat, dark shadows flew out, and my demon was exorcised. The black from my eyes faded away, showing the green they were meant to be. Tears poured from my eyes, no longer shackled to my darkness. I whispered the words, I'm free. Thank you. Being a woman in all myths is terrifying, including a siren. No one ever asked her what was her story. Why does she attack men for coming to her land? I gave her a backstory. The siren was never meant to be conquered. For centuries, vain sailors tried to beat her into submission, leaving her battered and bruised beyond recognition. She never fell to her knees. She let her anger stew, perfected her talents, preserved her voice, and let her tears fill the sea as she welcomed another sailor. When you fell into her grasp, you couldn't resist your innate desire to occupy what you don't understand. Once you failed, she simply hummed, implanted illusions of control to boost your ego, and ripped away your freedom while reclaiming hers. You gazed lovingly into her pitch black eyes as she sucked out your future hopes of conquest. Her tongue licked up your independence, swallowed your pride, and gave you a melodic moan as they slid down her throat. while your perfect skin stuck to your bones. Her claws carved your worst sins into your skull so they'd vibrate through your brain for all eternity. Today, you crawl from the sea, drenched in manipulation, after being trapped by her haunting song. She did eventually release you, but her silky, soft voice will ring in your ears as a constant reminder of the wretched life she rightfully stole from you. Thank you. This is my last piece. I'm gonna add some drums here. It's called A New Way to Breathe. If you want to, feel free to sway. Feel the music. My conversations with the drum are more sacred than many realize. Words ache to be released, and my body begs to sway, while the blood of my ancestors races through my veins and push me toward the bate. But I didn't always understand this language. You may say it's better late than never to learn a lesson, but history did not always sit comfortably on my lips until I saw that we share the need to release our pain, our anger, and our defiance. The dancer's limbs meet the air, freeing the words that would otherwise have been cut from her throat. The writer's pen drips onto the page so blood doesn't drip from her wrist. And their common goal is to survive. Today, I vow to open the sacred space, raising my arms to claim the freedom we've constantly been denied, while my feet stomp to obliterate our silence. My hips release our stories, allowing the drum to translate our pain, joy, and resistance. I didn't learn another language. I just found a new way to breathe. And that is my set, y'all. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you, Nuyorican. Thank you to Somebody's Mama. Thank you to the tech staff, Arfa, for the sound. And thank you all so much. I'm selling books in the gallery next door, $20 a piece. If you would like one, come see me, and thank you.
There's gonna be a short halftime video. Am I saying goodbye to the people online? For my online family, that was the end of our feature, and so we're cutting the live stream. I hope to see you in person if you ever want to see the open mic. All right, bye guys at home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for the greatest community in the world. This is your halftime report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemental, bringing you all the latest news and upcoming events brought to you by the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. Peace. The Nuyorican Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. Doors open at 6:30, but the line starts at least 30 minutes earlier. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam. Occurring on the last Friday of the month at Loisaida Center at 7 p.m. Hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winners from the Nuyorican Bowery Slam compete against each other for a $100 cash prize and a chance to compete in our annual Grand Slam. Plus, there's a Twilight Hour open mic hosted by Cap. Come through, man. The score. Our open mics at the Loisaida Center are all kinds of incredible. The venue records high-quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Loisaida's and Nuyorican YouTube channels. All except our first Wednesday of every month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by 2024 Grand Slam champion Sumbodies Mama. Our all-acts open mic by and for all women and women representing peoples. This is a safe space. Come through. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the Nuyorican Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Doors open at 6 p.m. This is where stars are born. No guaranteed performances for latecomers, so make sure you are on time, folks. Our online programmings, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific via Zoom, live stream to YouTube. All styles are welcome. The second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, we have the Slam Workshop, facilitated by the 2024-25 National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Come through. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets, all programming can be found at nuyorican.org/calendar. Our social media, website, and other links, including to sign up for our mailing list, go to linktree/Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Also visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Loisaida open mics and many other special events. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways you can support us to help continue to move poetry forward in the spirit of our founders. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, cups, and tote bags available for purchase at our Nuyo table, in our in-person events, or online at nuyorican.org/merch. New materials coming all the time, folks. Stay plugged in. Donations are very much appreciated and tax deductible. Scan the QR code or go to nuyorican.org/donate. Check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to events not available online or to the public. Go to patreon.com/Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, our hosts, our volunteers, and our executive director, plus all our sponsors for helping us keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemental Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative productions. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your night. Peace.